You want to be the ultimate challenger brand, not just in apparel, equipment, etc. Can I ask you to expound on that? What will it look like? How will we recognize you in 10 years if you've achieved this?
Sure. So that's a great question. And I think if we can talk about the past before we can talk about the future, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And you alluded at the beginning of the podcast to the transformation that you've witnessed with the New Balance brand. And I would say just over 6 years ago, we underwent a significant brand transformation. And as a global marketing organization or as a brand, our intent and our vision was to transform New Balance from a great 116-year-old product company to a world-class athletic brand, one that evoked emotion, passion, innovation, more emotional feelings to the brand versus tangible. Because prior to 7 years ago, the only feelings that you had about New Balance were tangible, meaning this shoe is lightweight, or my shirt is moisture wicking, or the product is comfortable. So we wanted to transfer that tangible feeling into a more emotional feeling for the brand. So as a result, we really aim to inspire a culture of calculated risk excellence. The idea that good ideas can come from anywhere, or to act like a 110-year-old startup company that was focused on tomorrow. So we embedded ourselves in two major truths as a brand. And these major truths really served as the impetus for everything that you see today. The first major truth is that the death of all brands, all great brands in sports, retail, and fashion lies in the notion of stagnation. So what this ultimately means, if I can just put it plain and simply, is that if you're standing still, you're moving backwards. If you don't have the courage to disrupt yourself, or if you don't have the courage to disrupt your industry, you ultimately will become disrupted. So as a result, you have to create a culture of discomfort, disruption, and progression, because it's always important to remember that growth and comfort are two concepts that can never coexist. So you always have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. The second major truth is that your marketing absolutely 100% has to be a reflection of your values as a brand. So embedded in these two major truths, we really underwent a significant brand transformation. And like I said, our goal from a marketing standpoint wasn't necessarily to be the best footwear or apparel marketing brand we could be. It was to be the ultimate challenger brand, ultimately to step aside from the sea of sameness that our own industry had become. We wanted to be truly unique and truly differentiated. And in order to do that, we knew that we had to be a brand with heritage versus a heritage brand. So being a brand with heritage means that you honor your past and you focus and invest on your future. Being a heritage brand is you rely solely on your past. So this was all about revealing our brand truth. And our brand truth, our North Star, was fiercely independent since 1906. And we felt as though this North Star really encapsulated where we've been and where we're going, because we've been around since 1906, but the idea of being fiercely independent enabled us to get through the first 110 years of our organization in a great values-driven, product-focused way. But we also knew that this idea of fiercely independent since 1906 would yield to a more prosperous future. So it was more about revealing our brand truth versus coming out with a new ad slogan or campaign that would tap into contemporary cultural tensions or trends. We wanted to propel ourselves through the next 110 years with that same core authentic truth that enabled us to survive for the first 110 years.